Hello everyone, this is Crystal. Welcome to Artantastic, where creativity comes alive. And if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. I'm using this old canvas board to paint an autumn scene. Let's start with some titanium white. This is inspired by the walks I took by the trail in Connecticut. I'm using a little light blue. These are just base colors. We're going to build up on that. I want to show autumn's first breath, that splash of color, but not very vibrant. I've added Venetian red, that's just as a backdrop to my autumn scene. Now just blending, and that's burnt sienna at the end. Just to darken it a bit and add a little more flavor, so to speak. Now, what I'm trying to achieve is a glimpse of the river through the trees. If I don't like how it looks, I'm simply going to paint over it. And now that's a clean sponge and I just dab it. You know, when you use a sponge and dab the painting while it's still wet, you get some amazing texture. It just gives the impression of leaves. I've created a nice backdrop of foliage. It's as simple as that. Just dab. That's cadmium yellow and orange. Just dabbing again. And that's the second layer of the foliage. We were walking on this beautiful path along the trail, and I suddenly came upon this lovely little section of river framed among the trees. And it was so beautiful, I just had to capture it as best I could. I'm trying to create some reflections now, but maybe that's a little much. Well, I can just wipe it off later, because I want just a small section of the river to be seen. And now I'm going to have a tree right there. I've used a mixture of burnt umber and black for the tree. Those quick strokes are distant trees in the background, working on the one in the foreground now. And another one in front right there. I like my trees to have some character, a little crooked, individual, unique. And I keep on at them until I'm sure they're perfect, at least in my eye. Those again are distant trees, but they'll probably be hidden with all the foliage later. I love those old trees with their gnarled barks. And here I am trying to recreate what I remember, the picture in my mind's eye. I remember that day as if it was yesterday. I had great company. It was such an enchanting walk down the trail. The fresh, crisp breath of autumn on our faces and those golden colors of fall all around. The first layers of my trees are nearly done. A few strokes of the brush, a little twist, some turns here and there, and before you know it, we have a few gnarled trees in our forest. Of course, we'll dress up those trees a little more, work on the bark a bit and some leaves. But first, let's work on the grass in front. The first layer of that foliage. I might clear out that section in the middle, just there, to make place for my river. And that's another layer of foliage, cadmium yellow, orange and light green. A little light green and deep green for the foliage in front. Just a few dabs of that sponge and we have all the foliage we want. Since this is just the first hint of autumn, much of the foliage on the ground was still green and quite vibrant actually. That's looking pretty now. Let's start working on the river. Just pull the brush down and we add some sparkle. I'm using titanium white for that little sparkle on the river. Just a little glimpse of the river between the trees. There, that looks so much better. And a few scrapes for a gnarled look. I'll be doing that a few times, just to go over it till I get it perfect. I am like that. I tend to go on tweaking it until I'm sure it's fine. But that's the beauty of working with acrylic color. If you don't like something, you can just paint over it, just like what I did with the river. I'm just adding a little definition to those tree trunks, giving it a little more form and shape and character, and a little background foliage too. Let's add an old crooked tree at the far end there, and a few little branches, just to give it a little dense look. I think that's nearly done. A little touch here and there. Alright, I'll add some foliage now. I've added a little orange and a dash of pink, just for a hint of color. And the same in the foreground. And on the other side as well. I might add a splash of yellow because that will brighten things up a bit. Let's see. Yeah, that looks nice. And for the final touches, a dab here and a touch there and a little splash of color. And we're nearly done. I might add a little green along the banks of the river, just to give it a little uniformity. I might touch up those trees in the far distance there. Yes, just a little touch of burnt sienna. A few scratches and scrapes, and we have a bunch of reedy weeds in the front. Back to those trees again. I'm trying to bring to life what I remember. Adding a touch of green to the bank there. And the last few final touches for the trees in the foreground. I think it looks quite nice now. Just a few scrapes and it should be all ready soon. There. That looks nice. Come take a walk with me on this crisp autumn day. And there it is, autumn's first breath caught on canvas. I hope this video encourages you to make your dreams come alive. Thank you for watching.